Cheltenham, but his chasing has gone good so far, and Paul Nicholls obviously has an excellent record in the race.
Look at the price of Giovinco, Mick, out to 6 to 1.
Yeah, do you know what? I think it was funny watching the race last time. Steve Mulqueen, he went and joined Stay Away Faye and helped him, if anything. He's a horse with a lot of natural pace the way he jumps as well, but again, different ground for him.
On the exchanges, Hermes Alain, much confidence behind him. Richard.
Away we head for the Ladbrokes Courto Star Novices Chase, run in memory of Nigel Clark, and it is Ile Francais who is the first one to show ahead of Hermes Alain as they race towards the 2 fences on the side of the racecourse. This 3-mile trip, of course, the one we'll be using for the King George a little bit later on. And towards the inside is Kill Big King of the grey marble sands. And the back pair, remind the colour change, tighten our belts now in the Paisley Park colours, blue with the disc, as Ile Francais really flies, fence number 2. Tighten our belts, jockey had to do just that, was rather back on his haunches. Giovinco settles in 4th place, he's those in blue colours, now moving up for a share of 3rd. So it is the front 2 in the market, Ile Francais and Hermes Alain, who are already well to the fore. The advantage over Kilbeck King and Giovinco are 6 lengths, with 3 lengths to Marble Sands and Tighten Our Belts. So Ile Francais showing a good cruising speed, is already stringing these horses out as they turn down the side of the course. 4 fences await them here. So Ile Francais in the grey colours, Hermes Alain just taken out to get a sight of the fences. Another quick leap. Marble Sands in the back jumped violently to the left there. So Ile Francais certainly showing almost over-exuberance at that fence. See if he develops into a good rhythm. Ile Francais is over well. Hermes Alain is 2 to 3 lengths back, and right at the back, Marble Sands and Tighten Our Belts are finding this a little bit of a baptism of fire at the moment. There's 30 lengths first to last. Ile Francais comes in and flies the next. Hermes Alain in 2nd place, Giovinco in 3rd. At the back, Tighten Our Belts virtually stopped going into that and is now 40 lengths behind. Ile Francais measures that well, matched by Hermes Alain. Giovinco is in 3rd place. Then in 4th place on the inside is Kill Big King, 10 lengths back to the grey Marble Sands, and a further 5 back to Tighten Our Belts. Moving into the home straight, and Ile Francais showing the way to Hermes Alain, who is 3 lengths down. Giovinco has now moved away from the others, mindful no doubt of the front 2 getting track position, and Giovinco moves through into 3rd. And already we've got 2 races really for the price of 1, with the outsiders Kilbeck King, Marble Sands and Tighten Our Belts at this stage. Ile Francais again measures it well. Again they are all over it. Hermes Alain just slightly brushed through the top on that occasion, but they're midway up the home straight for the first time. Ile Francais, James Reeve, just look for a stride there. He shortened up. Hermes Alain in 2nd. Giovinco about 8 lengths back, 3 lengths to Kilbeck King, the further 4 lengths to Marble Sands, and last of all is Tighten Our Belts. Ile Francais again accelerates. He carries a lot of momentum in his fences, markedly more so than Giovinco at this stage. So Ile Francais leads by 2 lengths from Hermes Alain. In 3rd place Giovinco, 7 lengths back now to Kilbeck King, a length to Marble Sands and 5 lengths in the back marker Tighten Our Belts. So turning away from the stands, Mick, you'd have to be absolutely delighted if you're James Reevely at the moment.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I wouldn't mind swapping places with him, Richard, because he is enjoying himself. This horse has really taken to these fences. The only concern is, look at the clock on the left of your screen, champ. They haven't done many under 15 seconds, and that's what they'll need to do.
Yeah, they've gone a pretty good gallop, but it's James Reevely's really enjoying himself. But the horse, he's going as slow as the horse is. He can get the horse to go, but he's attacking his fences. Hermes Alain is keeping in good touch, and Giovinco is actually getting a good toe into the race, and if he can stay there for long enough, he's got a chance of running a big race.
Marble Sands effectively pulled himself up, I think, before that fence. He hung to the left-hand side. Tighten Our Belts is tailed off. So cruising speed so far jumped well. Will that come back to pay for Ile Francais, or can he keep up the gallop? Giovinco is closer in 3rd to Hermes Alain, and they're still well in touch with this leader. 5 lengths back in 4th to Kilbeck King, and 12 lengths to Tighten Our Belts. So Ile Francais, just for the first time, coming back to them slightly, and no doubt James Reevely trying to fill the tank before his enthusiastic partner spies the next obstacle. Pretty even sectionals, middle there, 3 of them clocked off within 0.1 of a second. Ile Francais, he's so fast through the air at the moment. Hermes Alain in 2nd. Giovinco not quite landing with the same momentum, just shaken up in 3rd place as they race towards the 6th last. Ile Francais again asked up, saw a good stride. Hermes Alain, Giovinco into the bottom of it, as once again, once the fences arrive, Ile Francais begins to turn the screw, and the advantage is growing here. Ile Francais about 8 lengths clear from Hermes Alain, shortened up brushed through the top. First mistake, but Hermes Allen was down on his nose in second place. Giovinco Kilbeg King is rallying to be amongst that pair. Ile Francais asks for another mighty leap. The crowd roar as they gasp as he takes the fence in the big screen. Has he got enough petrol left to last home? Round the final bend, Ile Francais, Hermes Allen being asked for the effort. Kilbeg King running a big race. Then behind these Giovinco, but Ile Francais and James Reevely still sitting quiet as they begin to push in behind. Hermes Allen and Kilbeg King are the two pursuers. Giovinco beginning to backpedal as the cracks emerge as Ile Francais heads towards the third last. Hermes Allen trying to get on terms. Ile Francais is over. Less flamboyant there. Just being held on to by James Reevely. And now the clash begins to unfold. Can Hermes Allen get to Ile Francais, who carries some momentum to the second last? Shortens into it. His four lengths clear from Hermes Allen in second place. Ile Francais down towards the last. Begins to extend away. Heading down towards the 18th and final fence in the Kauto Star. Ile Francais is over clear. Hermes Allen and Kilbeg King down on his nose. A good sit. Ile Francais has jumped immaculately. C'est magnifique. Ile Francais from Hermes Allen. Back in third place, Kilbeg King, who ran really well. Tighten our belts is fourth. Giovinco was pulled up before the last. What a super jumping performance by Ile Francais. First circuit full of verve, and then the second more about trying to conserve that energy, and he conserved enough to beat a genuine grade 1 performer in Hermes Allen. James Reevely, Noel George and Amanda Zetterholm. The Kelvin Hugheses must have been absolutely delighted. This is the resurgence of the French at the King George meeting, and few will ever have jumped the fences better than Ile Francais.
And it's 21 years ago that Gère de Cochet won this for France. Ooh la la, Anthony. I think it takes a bit to impress you. You enjoyed that, didn't you?
Yeah, very impressive. Jump really quick and slick all the way through the race. And as I said, it looked like he was going as slow as James really could go on him. Ruby will tell you he's a little bit straight up his back. Like, he's very quick through the air, doesn't spend a lot of time. He looks a real Kempton horse. Watching him around here, I'll be slightly worried about him going to, a more Cheltenham, more test of stamina, because I don't think James could have went any slower on him than he did. But you'd have to be very impressed. And in fairness to him, when the other horse got in the second last, away he went again.
I think we've seen a really smart performance here. James Reevely said he's the real deal, and I think we can all see ourselves how right he was. I loved the way going to 2 out where he had to alter his stride pattern. He flicked his front legs up real quick and landed running. This is a very smart performer, because this is not a home game for him. We've seen him in France on very soft ground. He looks unbeatable. Whereas on this surface, I thought the British horses had a chance. I was wrong.
British connections, though, with an owner, trainer and jockey with those connections for the Kelvin Hughes family, who own in conjunction with Arras de Saint-Voix, and Noel George and Amanda Zettelholm have got a really good horse on their hands. For James Reevely, second in 2009, raised his first winner in this country since 2016, Adele.
Yeah, 2016 head, but my word, what a performance. Talk us through it firstly, James.
No, when like clockwork, to be honest. He's an extraordinary horse. I felt like we were going a nice gallop, a good gallop, and he was always in second gear. And very good at the jumps. He got me out of trouble down the back at the last ditch. And then again,
the sectionals that this horse was doing on the way around, and you watch him when he jumps. Like, it'll be really interesting to get Ruby's take on it when he analyses the performance. But the thing that I loved about him was how easy it was for him to meet the obstacles in his stride without altering his stride pattern. That's what was so impressive.
And fair play to James Reevely. He said he was a machine, and he rode him like a machine. He had no doubts about what he was going to do. He was going to set out and be positive on him and let them all come and get him, which they never looked like they were going to. Looked a really smart horse.
He is French. He is special. Winning the Ladbrokes Courto Star at 13-8. Hermes Allen, Paul Nicholls giving us that quote. He's very happy with his horse, which says it all. Beaten convincingly by Ile Francais in the colours of the Kelvin Hughes family. Ruby, you impressed too?
Il est magnifique, I would say. I'll tell you the truth, and I thought the same as Paul Nicholls.